Greetings, Dungeon Masters. My name is Leoname. Today is August 3rd. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. Today I thought I would record an update video. This is update number 7 on a video game that I've been creating since last year. And the new thing that I want to show today is doors and ladders. I got myself a room here, but there's a gap, and this is where we're going to place the door, right here. I have a door in my inventory called wooden door. So there it is. I changed the way that events, that characters interact with events. Instead of walking through them, what you now have to do is press the triangle button, like this, to control the event. And then you can place it wherever you want. Press circle, and then I can move it up like that. And then turn off decorative mode by going to ability and decorative mode. And what that does is it makes all of the events solid. And like I said before, in order to interact with an event, you can't just walk through it. You have to press triangle. So that's how you open the door. You have to press triangle, and you can close it if you want. So that's about it. That's doors. Doors were pretty simple to make. However, ladders, on the other hand, were not so simple to make. It took a little bit of critical thinking. I'm going to show you how ladders work. Here's a ladder. I'm going to use it and place it right here. Ladders bypass members, which means that I can walk through it. I'm not exactly sure why I made it like that, but I'm pretty sure there's a good reason. In order to go up the ladder, you have to press triangle, like this. And that takes you up to the highest peak of the ladder. And in order to go down, you just press triangle again, and that takes you down. And if you want to, you can add ladders on top. You can stack them on top of each other to make a taller ladder. All you have to do is press triangle once, only one time. And that takes you up to the highest peak of the ladder. And if you want to, you can add a floor tile. Okay, that was a glitch. That box wasn't supposed to be visible, but I'll fix that at the end of this video. So I'm going to move this floor tile up to there. If it's one space too high, it will not work. It has to be exact. That might be something I may fix in the future, or maybe I'll try to get around that limitation. Okay, so you press triangle, and it takes your character up the ladder and moves your character onto the platform. The platform has to be in front of the ladder. In other words, it can't be on the other side, if that makes any sense. In order to get down, you have to face the ladder while on top of the platform, and you press triangle, and that moves your character down the ladder. It's as simple as that. You can make your ladder as tall as you want. You can make more than one ladder. You could make another ladder on this side, and it should still work. And that's about it. I'm going to exit out of here, and I'm going to show you how ladders work in more detail. there's an invisible platform, that crate right there. I made it visible so you can see the crate in action. You can see what it does in order to make the ladders work. The purpose of the crate is to allow your character to move up onto the platform. I'm going to place a floor tile. A little bit higher. It needs to be exact, so you have to be very, very, very careful. Okay, that should be good enough. And then I'm going to go out of floor mode. The loading times are pretty long, but that's okay. I don't think it's a huge deal right now. Okay, so pay close attention to the crate. It's going to move. Okay, did you see that? So the crate moved underneath the character so that the character can walk onto the platform. If the crate wasn't there, your character wouldn't be able to move onto this platform here, onto the second floor. So that's the secret to making ladders work. I showed the script ladder in another video. It was the video where I was creating a castle. I don't know if you remember that or if you saw that, but the script was extremely long. The reason why the script is extremely long is because the script needs to keep track of the character's direction. It also needs to keep track of the character's X, Y, and Z coordinates. It also needs to keep track of the ladder's direction, where it's facing. It also needs to keep track of the ladder's X, Y, and Z position. It also needs to keep track of any additional ladders that you place on top of another ladder. So if you stack ladders on top of each other, the script needs to recognize that. It also keeps track of the platform, the crate, I mean. It keeps track of the crate's X, Y, and Z coordinates. It needs to know all of these things in order to work properly. So, as you could probably tell, this took quite a while to figure out, but I got it to work seamlessly. It works perfectly, except for that minor thing where if you have the second floor one space too high, then you won't be able to get down the ladder, which is kind of retarded. Anyways, so that's doors and ladders. I'm also working on other things too, like additional objects that are not in the game, but I had to fabricate them using the objects in RPG Maker 2. So for example, here's a candle. Where is it? Here's a candle. I'm gonna put it in the corner here. And then I also made a lampshade out of a plate. I took a plate and I stretched it. And what you can do is you can put it right where the candle is and move it up. And then you got yourself a lamp. See? So I've been working on that, and I got some other objects here that I fabricated. Like, here's a cabinet made out of an armoire. It's basically just an armoire, but I flattened it to make it look like a kitchen cabinet. You can put it in your kitchen, and it looks really cool. There's also some other things. Let me see if I can find them. I got all these animals here, like 4 different cats and 4 different dogs, and other animals too, like horses and chickens, and those aren't fabricated, obviously. Oh, here's an Egyptian carpet made out of a pyramid that I flattened. So this could be like a rug or something. And oh, here's a keg. It's basically a barrel that I tipped over. I thought it was interesting enough just to add it into the game, even though it is just a barrel on the side, on its side. I still wanted to add it to the game anyways. Here's a drum made out of a vase that I put upside down. I sort of shrunk it and slendered it a bit and put it upside down. Let's see. Striped carpet. It's basically a canopy that is flattened. It looks kind of weird, but I think I'm going to keep it in the game anyways because it looks different enough. I don't know. I suppose why not? Let's see. I'm trying to find. I don't have these in any. All the new items, I put them in with all of the old items in alphabetical order, so now I'm trying to find... I don't remember what I named them. Here's a kite shield I made out of a doorway. I took a doorway and I flattened it, and it looks a lot like a shield. There's another shield called a leather shield, and it looks like this. It's a little bit smaller. I also have I'm making sure that I didn't miss anything. Here's an old carpet. It's basically a crumbled wall. If you play RPG Maker 2, you know what I'm talking about. It's like it's a broken wall, and I flattened it down, and it's a carpet. It looks like a really old, nasty carpet. I'm gonna turn decorative mode off in just a second so you can see that. Here's a welcome mat. It's a house that I flattened, believe it or not. I thought it was interesting enough. It looks a lot like like that classic welcome mat that you see at a lot of people's houses, so I wanted to keep that in there. And here is a water rug made out of a water trough. It's a water trough that I flattened, and it looks really cool. I think that's about it. Aside from a few other things, here's a round rug that I made out of a balloon, and I just flattened it. Let's see. I think that's about it. I mean, I did make some tables that are, you know, they're not very interesting at all, but yeah, I think that's about it. There's a couple of other items here. These are visual effects. These are something new that I want to implement in the game, but I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm not sure if I want to add them. The idea here is that in the game you find these visual effects, and you can place them inside your house or outside your house. So you can place them outside in the world, and they don't really do anything other than animate, like sparkles and smoke. Right now, I only have sparkles and smoke. Here's the smoke. The only thing about this is that it's kind of buggy. Like, as you can see, only one of them will work. at any time. But if you leave your house and then walk back in, it should work simultaneously. Both of them should work at the same time. Okay, see? So that seems to work. Okay, so here's a tour. You weren't able to see the objects because they were translucent, but now that they're not translucent, you can see them a lot better. And there's the welcome mat. There's the old rug. It really does look like a very old rug. So, and then here are the shields that I made. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this update video. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for watching. See you later.